All right, so here he is, the California kid, former WEC featherweight champion Urijah Faber. And sometimes with just the affable nature and the smile, you lose sight of the greatness. At one point in time, this man was 21-1, eventually took his rightful place in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Yeah, UFC Hall of Famer, a guy that came from wrestling, wasn't heralded. He wasn't a high-level wrestling guy, thought to become a champion. Did exactly that, won WEC gold, fought for the UFC championship, was part of some of the biggest rivalries the sport has ever seen, and it was all behind the fact that he could fight. Great wrestling, great grappling, tremendous submission skills, and unbelievable striking for a shorter guy. Let's see if Faber can get the job done tonight.
And mercifully, his Hall of Fame speech has finally just ended. While the UFC's featherweight division is a hard one to hold down consistently, but this man has done it. He's the undisputed champion, and his latest title defense comes here tonight.
He seems to be getting better. You think that when a guy becomes the champion, he may rest on his laurels. He may start to take a look at his work and smile.
Right.
Not this guy. This guy is doing more now. He seems more motivated to continue to build on the legacy that he's already created. He's a great champion, and tonight he intends to keep that belt.
And he's never sitting on a lead, he's never playing with his food, he's always focused, and now the champion has his sights set on this very worthy challenger here tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. All right, now for your main event introductions, the one, the only Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, the California Kid, Urijah Faber. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Patricio Pitbull.
Third party in the octagon, Mark Goddard, will handle the action in this one. Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about T-Mobile Arena, home to some of the biggest UFC events ever. UFC 200, Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. This place has been the home.
Oh, he's looking for the submission here, champ. Oh, gotta protect your neck. Guillotine choke is locked in.
That guillotine looks very painful, and he's very close to the finish, but he cannot.
Submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Champ, that's my nightmare, to have someone's knee on my belly.
North-south position.
Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to
fold him. Yep, absolutely.
All right, so early round one action, and we have got one fighter who came to play early.
Yeah, he's getting into a good rhythm. He's outpacing his opponent. He's making him, he's confusing him. He's giving him too many questions. He can't answer it. He's starting to enter the flow state.
Oh, hard ground and pound strike there. I believe that one opened him up. A lot of punishing ground and pound strikes have sort of been featured here in this round one as we come down the stretch.
There are ground fights, John, and then there are fun ground fights. This is a fun ground fight. This man is not just holding. He is finding opening and landing brutal ground and pound. Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. 10 seconds to go in round one. Five minutes down, potentially 20 to go. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent. But this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
Ready? You good? Let's go.
As advertised. With the straight hand there. Nice job by Faber. All right, so again, he shoots for a takedown here. Looks like he entered pretty well, but once again, not able to take the opposition down.
Just a great idea of what was in front of him by the opponent. Knew that he would have to defend multiple takedowns. To this point, he has done that, and if I'm a teacher, he's got an A+ in takedown defense.
Let's go. Get up to your feet now.
Oh, nice.
All right, half guard. We'll see what he can do with this position. All right, butterfly guard now, DC. If you're on the other side, the offensive fighter, what are you trying to do?
I've got to separate him, John. I can't leave him against the octagon. That is how they get up. They use defense as a barrier to get back to their feet. You got to put your body between your opponent and the fence so that you can really control him.
Faber's eye looks to have been cut open from one of those offerings.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
Oh, full mount now. All right, full guard here. If you're the top fighter, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to pass to the next position, get the half guard so I can get my ground and pound on.
Man, he can barely post, and his opponent's on to the next transition. Unbelievable.
I mean, just transition at the highest order. This guy's so overwhelming. It's so hard to try and defend him once the fight gets to the ground. He's posturing up now.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on them.
Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Back mount now. All right, All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
The same game plan, but now I want you to use more kicks.
All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound game?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, this is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
Tonight, DC. Something about a flow state, I think, right? Finding that zone, not unlike a basketball player, getting into the pocket, then out of harm's way on the retreat. Beautiful offense, even better defense. Looking like one of the best fighters in the world here tonight. Nice job by Faber defensively there.
Oh, no!
Oh, how good was that judo toss?
Oh, right into mount.
Nice transition into full guard here. We'll see what he chooses to do now.
He's going to be trying to pass to half or eventually get to full guard, full mount.
Oh, big shots here. Oh, there it is. The story remains the same and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world.
This guy is amazing, John. Time and time again, he puts his skills on display. What a beast the champion is.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 43 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Patricio Pitbull!
All right, so there he is, came in the champion, and he will exit that way as well. The UFC's king at 145 pounds. This dude might be the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.